Oh, baby!
Let's go!
Turn it up, Cal!
Turn it up!
Turn it up, Cal!
Let's go,
Turn
baby!
it up! Oh my God! We are so back. What is everybody? Welcome to the Winners Lounge.
Let's go!
Bet365. How we doing our bets tonight, Dev?
2 out of 3.
That's pretty good. I'll take it. That's not too bad. Nuggets got an absolute dominant win. We're also the Toyota Winners Lounge, driven by our Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Hop in the Toyota chat. Records were set, and all of our fears have melted away. Brendan Vogt's here with us.
What an absolute treat, you guys. The Denver Nuggets responded to a dud with the highest scoring game of the season from any NBA team, 157 in regulation. I'm excited to do this show.
Very excited, man. Over here, Harrison Wynn.
I am as well, man. I mean, this is how you make a statement coming right out of the All-Star break. You know, first game back, no questions asked, a dominant win. This is exactly the tone we wanted this team to set coming out of the All-Star break in their first opportunity.
Man, we knew it would happen.
Yep.
Here it is.
This is what we wanted.
And then Rowdy got the show, Superstar Dev.
Me, just like the Nuggets, refreshed after this All-Star break.
Yeah.
We needed these days off so that we could get right, and guess what? We look like we might be back.
Nuggets look rested. You know, their bodies feel good. That All-Star break was at just the right time.
It is hilarious that it's the second night of a back-to-back, but yes, they looked very spry tonight.
Yeah.
You guys, the fast breakdown, this might be the second shortest of the year.
Nice.
Remember I had that one that was like 2 lines and then just gave up?
Yeah.
This one's a little longer than that. Ready? Let's run through it, Kale. First note tells the story, in my opinion. Don't steal this Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. It's mine. Super aggressive Jokic to start.
Okay.
Maybe the most aggressive Jokic we've seen all year. Like, he was not in passing mode tonight. He was looking guys off, to be honest. 10 quick points. He ended up with 19 in the first quarter. Even his three-point shot was falling. 3 for 3 in the first quarter. He was so freaking aggressive, and it was a masterclass in dominance. It kind of felt like the Nuggets got out of his way and just let him operate. He opened up a huge lead for the Nuggets, 41-27 after one. Second quarter, the Cam Johnson stagger. Not the Jamal Murray stagger, the Cam Johnson stagger. And Bruce got it going. He was looking very good in that second quarter. He's playing with an enormous amount of confidence. Nuggets opened up a 20-point lead. Ball was popping. Murray caught fire in the sauciest way. He had 3 threes in a row, and they were of the saucy variety. You remember this sequence?
Oh, yeah.
It was 4 hours ago, so you might have forgot, but yeah.
It was only 9 points, but Kale just let the flurry animation rip anyway.
Yeah, just let it go, man.
Why not?
It was unbelievable. And it just felt like everybody was rolling, and then an 18-3. Nuggets were already up 20, and then they had an 18-3 run.
Yep.
It was unbelievable. Nuggets, 82 points in the first half. 41 in the first quarter, 41 in the second quarter. How would they follow it up in the third quarter? How about 43 points in the third quarter? The offense was insane tonight. Julian Strawther starting to play some Jokic ball.
Yep.
Not just making shots, but like a little two-man game.
Right.
Everybody was feasting. They were up so big that there was nothing left. Honestly, halftime the game was over. First 3 minutes of the third quarter, it was really over.
Refs did not get that message, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Third quarter, they called a lot of fouls,
Yeah.
man.
They
And
thought
in
the
the fourth
game was
quarter,
still on.
It was very annoying. But in the fourth quarter, this is how great things were. Jokic had a great game. Murray was awesome. Julian's going, whatever. All right, let's get to garbage time. Throw DaRon Holmes out there. Oh my God, he's on fire too.
Monster
It was
dunk.
unbelievable. Everybody, KJ Simpson just signed. Throw him out there. How's he doing? He's on fire also.
I like him.
Everything was awesome, man. Except for the foul, how many fouls there were. Let's go to our Red Hawk Roofing big takeaways. Deb?
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway in this one is yet another incredible game by Julian Strawther, who I feel like, and I say this every single time, that I feel like they insert a guy into the starting lineup that has not been there. He's making things uncomfortable. There's going to have to be some uncomfortable decisions because he's playing himself into playing time. He had 19 points in this game. He has 6 rebounds, 4 assists, filled it up, and that's without knocking down the three ball, which he's very known for. And we talk about records in this game. Julian Strawther, he tied a record that was set in 2008 by Chauncey Billups for the highest single game plus 48.
Wow, what a stat.
Was that the Chauncey one in the playoffs? Do you know? Was that against
That,
the
New
Hornets?
No, it wasn't. It was against the Raptors in December.
Okay, all right.
So, Julian Strawther,
That's crazy, man.
a man of the people.
Julian Strawther now has 7 straight games in double figures. Most of those are over 15 points. 2 of those were 11, but then he has 15, 19, 20, 18, tonight 19. And then a couple games in single figures before that, and then back-to-back double-figure games. So we're talking about 7 straight great games from him, very good games from him. And he had 2 very good games just shortly before that, man. He is playing so well.
He really is, man. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is all the Nuggets are good.
Tonight, dude, is the
All
ultimate.
the Nuggets are good again?
Ultimate, all the Nuggets are
I mean,
good
I'm
night.
going down the box score trying to pick one guy out. Julian Strawther was a great takeaway. Everybody played well tonight.
Bro,
you know,
Big Val's a -1.
all 5 starters in double figures. Christian Brown didn't really have it going
impressive.
offensively, but still went for 11, 8, and 7.
7 is something.
7 assists for him. Spencer Jones, a double-double. KJ Simpson did a lot of good things in the fourth quarter as well. This was just a little bit of a reminder of how deep this team can be. And this is without 2 top 6 guys in Peyton Watson and Aaron Gordon. So the depth was
They have more
absolutely
depth.
on display tonight. And I mean, it's pretty crazy how quickly things can flip from last night to tonight. But I mean, this is the team we think the Nuggets are. Offensively looking like a historic team on that end of the court. That's what they were in this game, historic. Things came so easy on that end, and their defense was very good as well today.
Yeah, it's true, man. There's like nothing bad to say about tonight.
There's not.
You're not even exaggerating.
Yeah, my Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is it had felt like a while since Murray and Jokic were really good at the same time.
Yeah.
Both of them having great seasons. Then there's the injury. A little bit of a weirdness in terms of reintegration over the last few games, handful of games. Tonight they were awesome at the same time, together. There were some really great Murray entry passes to Jokic, at least one that's standing out in my mind of, yeah, that's that vintage stuff of just passing him into the advantageous position. Jokic catching the pass and allowing the momentum to take him to the rim. Just vintage stuff from their 2 best players. And I thought last night, a lot of guys played well. Their 2 best players did not. Tonight, everyone else played well again, and their 2 best players were great. And what was the result? More of what we saw at the start of the season, which is arguably the best offense of all time.
100%, man. Both of them were fantastic, really from the get-go. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is alongside yours, though. I honestly believe that if Jokic approached every first quarter this way, just super aggressive, Denver would have more games like this. Now, sometimes you might come out like this. It doesn't always work, and now you're tired. You've used up a lot of energy or whatever. Maybe the team's not in rhythm. But I felt like Jokic understood the assignment tonight. He had to kind of settle everybody down and remind people that, hey, when I'm really aggressive, I can score on anybody. Klingon's a good defender. It's not like he's a bad defender. He can guard. That's what he does. Jokic just went at him as relentlessly as we have ever seen him do. And we've seen him do this for full games, but I'm just saying he was a 10 out of 10 in terms of aggressiveness to start this game. Head down, just going. He was attacking in a way and then scoring in a way that he had 19 points, and we were pissed because it felt like he should have had 23.
Yeah.
He missed 2
first
free
quarter,
throws
yeah.
and missed a bunny.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Still
man,
thinking about it, actually. Yeah.
He was that aggressive, and it just felt like the whole team was like, there it is. There's our leader. There's that dominant 3-time MVP. And then everybody got comfortable after that. Everybody. And that's why I think we had an all the Nuggets are good night. Jokic, sometimes he has to do that thing where he goes out and just doesn't feel the game. He attacks, sets a tone. He did it tonight. And it's a historic night. 157 points.
Yeah. And it was consistent the whole way. They had 40 points in the first 3 quarters tonight. 40-plus points in the first, second, and third quarters. And then 30-plus in the fourth.
Well,
it just kept coming in waves and waves. But you're absolutely right. Jokic set the tone. He absolutely set the tone. And the game's just a lot easier when he does that.
Yeah.
The rest of the game is a whole heck of a lot easier when Jokic comes out and just establishes himself right off the bat.
He turned the lights out in this game very early on, just with how he came out in this game. And it was to prove a point. He took all of the early shots and just really took the life out of Portland early on and just did not slow down from there. And then once it got out of hand, it's like, okay, now I'll ease my way back into it. But I think the biggest difference was it wasn't about the refs the entire time. He was like, no, I'm going to be the aggressor. I'm going to be physical the entire time, and they're going to have to catch up to me. He forced, the going to the free throw line, and he was rewarded by doing those things. It's like if you play a bit more physical, they have no choice but to do it, and he didn't give them a choice.
It was incredible stuff to watch, man. And we needed it. This was a reminder game. What's funny is 19 points in the first quarter, and his stat line tonight is still below what you would expect, 32, 9, 7. Now, it's because he played 29 minutes.
Yeah.
He didn't play that many minutes.
It's actually
but
pretty
32, 9, and 7 is like, for Jokic stat line, kind of low. Because it was over after one quarter. He's kind of done, 80% of his work was done after the first stint.
As far as reminder games go, the box score is kind of modest.
Yeah.
But it was one. For all the reasons you outlined in your big takeaway, the importance of him setting the tone, especially just because the group looked really just kind of lost, playing around him, but without him playing that way. Just absolutely incredible. One more stat on Jokic tonight, just because it's very relevant for the last couple of weeks. Only 2 turnovers tonight. Only 2 turnovers for Jokic.
Yeah, you're right.
That's really important. That's because, statistically, like this slump Jokic is in, that he was in, I put quotes on it because it was more of an eye test thing and the swelling of this certain narrative coming out of the All-Star break where he didn't play very much, didn't take it very seriously. Statistically, that slump in hindsight is actually going to look fine. Remember, he put up some pretty big numbers in some of these games, but it was him limiting his turnovers and just really wanting it and dictating the action right out of the gate. And if you had just watched that quarter, you're probably not surprised to find out that Denver scored 157 points.
Well, he just cut out all the bullshit tonight.
Yeah.
Write the report, Kale. I'm sorry, but he cut out all the bullshit. Like, he wasn't foul baiting. He wasn't grifting. He just, from the start of the first quarter, he took it right to the rim.
Yeah.
Went right through Klingon, straight line drive right to the rim, in the paint, dominated down low, and just established himself there. It was none of the crap we watched last night.
I also think his touch was clearly there tonight.
Yeah,
he had
it
some
was.
crazy floaters. He took 2 jumpers to start the game.
Right away.
Yep.
And I think all the stuff we've talked about what Jokic, what was frustrating about watching him lately is all valid. I think a lot of what happened in the last game in terms of the field goals, I do think the wrist played a huge factor. He was grabbing at it all night. We know this stuff comes and goes, and sometimes he just snaps out of it. Tonight he did, and you could tell he could have put up anything from the floater zone, and he was going to get the roll.
It's also a reminder for us because the playoffs are just different. We can't expect Jokic to give us 82 games, 4 quarters of that.
Yeah.
But you do have to pick selective spots for it, and I feel like he hasn't had enough spots of those lately. But Dev, you called it out on the watch along really early. You're like, "Oh, Jokic's aggressive tonight," and I remember the play. It was the first one because it was a jumper.
Yeah.
And it was not just that he took it, it's kind of the way he took it. Tell me if you understand this. Jokic, sometimes when he takes the jumper, he'll like wait, hesitate, and then go up real slow with it. And he kind of like bumbled the ball and was like, no, boom, like real quick, like I'm shooting this no matter what. And you were like, oh, he's aggressive tonight. And in my head, I'm like, you're right, but that's off of one second play.
But like really, you've watched him so many times that you're like, okay, that he ran full speed to it. There's also, it was out of rhythm. Right. They typically go to other guys at that time, especially early on.
They usually run that Cam Johnson play, first player of the game.
With the drag.
Right. And KCP one.
And this time he was like, no, I'm taking a shot. Then he took the second shot.
Yeah.
Then you're like, okay,
all right.
This is a point. This is a statement, and that's where the frustration comes because you're like, why not do that more often?
It's so funny that he had 19. We said he was going to go for 50 tonight. He only goes for 32, and he had like 8 shots, 8 of the first, I don't know, probably 16 shots of the game. Only finished with 15.
Well, they won the game in the second quarter.
But that's what I'm saying is he did that, all of that, and then the game took off, and it was like, boom, I'm done. My work's done.
Right.
Now I can do what I like to do, which
because
is just
when
kind of
he can do that in the first quarter, it opens up the entire rest of the floor for everybody else.
Also, man, this is why Jokic in the All-Star game can be kind of an annoying thing, because I get this idea that the game is not built for him, but it also kind of is. Because when Jokic gets up by 30 points, he starts throwing his best passes. That's when he starts trying to go between the legs, like nutmegging guys. And tonight he was doing like when they were up that second half, he had like 4 or 5 passes. They didn't even all end in assists because guys missed some of the shots, but he had some of these passes where you're like, Yoke's just trying stuff right now.
Christian and Bruce, yeah, they were crazy.
I kind of wish that's what he did in the All-Star game. That should be his approach to it. Of just like, I'm not going to throw normal passes. I'm going to try every pass to be something special.
But that's when you feel like he's back also. Like Yoke had a lot of I feel like I'm back type of shots. The touch was there. To start the game, that's touch. He just ran straight into a stop on a dime, jumper. We saw a couple of and one just throw up shots. A few of them that went in. We got to see like nutmeg type passes that make you giggle. We haven't had that in a while. He really did look like it was back. It felt good. And also you look at the result. It was a blowout win. So like I really do hope that that's like the first one where it's like, okay, maybe there should be a change by me that I could just be aggressive and then I get to play under 30 minutes.
Yeah, set the tone early. All right, let's take a break. On the other side, I have a fun one for you guys. If this was the first game back from the All-Star break, like you were joking about. Like you were joking about. If it was, how different would we feel about everything? Talk about that on the other side.
Denver's best roofers are on DNVR's team. Go with the pros at Red Hawk Roofing. Get your roof checked once a year. It's preventative medicine for the home that you pour your life into. You just got to make sure you're covered. There's no project too small for these guys. There are guys. Red Hawk Roofing, they can be your go-to for everything, from minor repairs to full roof replacements on your home or business. These guys care about the job they do. They care about you as a customer. They're not going to try to get one over on you. They are Colorado's best estimators and contractors, and they're huge DNVR supporters as well. They're in the bar all the time. They're at the games, probably watching the show. So give these guys your business if you have any roofing needs, home business, whatever it is, minor roof repairs, full roof replacements. 720-771-8921, redhawkroofing.com. If you're looking for a new roof over your home or business, check these guys out. 720-771-8921, redhawkroofing.com. Tell them DNVR sent you. Also, shout out to Shopify. Maybe 2026 is the year where you take that idea you've had and make it a real business. Maybe you take what you're doing on the side and really make it a real thing. You can do that with Shopify. 2026, maybe it's the year you rewrite your story, own your future, make your entrepreneurial dreams come true. Start your business with Shopify. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person. Millions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, from household names to first-time business owners just getting started. Shopify gives you all the tools to easily build your dream store. Choose from hundreds of beautiful templates you can customize to match your brand. Shopify is built for any type of business, big or small. They power the DNVR merch store, and they've been growing as we grow as well. So in 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial. Start selling today at shopify.com/allcity, shopify.com/allcity, shopify.com/allcity. Hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side.
Doctor. Good
All right, everybody, back here. Make sure you hit the like button up in the chat. Talk with us. 157 points, man.
Not bad.
Not bad. Here's the question I want to post with before we start getting into players and stuff. The Nuggets limped into the All-Star break. Whatever. Understandable. They had all the injuries. Understand. You'll come back from injury. Whatever. It really was that last game that broke us because it was coming out of the All-Star break. Here it is. This is what we expected. And they played hard. Ball didn't bounce their way. Some things happened. Yoke flopped a little. If that game never happened and this was the first one and they win by 54 points and put up 157 points, wouldn't we be like, there it is. They're going to win like 27 in a row and they're for sure winning the title.
Yeah, and especially because Jokic and Murray were so good. It just felt like the thing we were waiting to see again. Yes, of course. This is exactly what you, like Wynn said or joked. I mean, this is the perfect way to start the second half of the year. So,
what would you be saying though? Honestly, throw that last game out. Everything else is the same.
That the team we saw to start the year is the team that's real, the team that's in there, and the team we've all been itching to see.
I think that's exactly right. What about you, Dev?
I would be like very modest. I'll be asking about who it is that I have to write to make sure that Koufax is just cleared out so that the parade can go straight down it without anything.
Yeah, got to
else
get that
happening.
construction under control.
Because I would have also reminded everyone that they still have Aaron Gordon's on the way. You still have Peyton Watson. You know what I mean? So, like, if you got to see what they look like this on the first night after a break, really the sky would be the limit for this team. This was the most points that they've scored all season. Matt just said it was the most they've scored in the Jokic era. That's insane. You know, so like, and that's on the second night of a back-to-back while trying to figure out how do we get ourselves back. So whatever was said last night, it worked.
Yeah.
Let's just continue.
Looking back on that Clippers game, like I think we know the Nuggets are bad after long layoffs.
Is that what it was? Yeah, week
They
off.
were also back
lose.
in Intuit Dome where Jokic and Murray just had terrible experiences. They were like, man, we're really back at this
flashbacks of the All-Star
aspiration
game.
arena. So maybe there was just some weird things going on. I mean, if this was the first game after the All-Star break, you guys are right. We'd be planning the parade. We'd be just envisioning, what the playoffs are going to look like. Because all the Nuggets were great tonight. Everything worked.
Yeah, everything worked.
Everything that David Adelman wanted to do worked.
I think for me, it would have felt, it was kind of what I expected. And sometimes expectations can kill you because that's why a close, nail-biting ball could have bounced either way loss to the Clippers feels so bad. Is because my expectation was this team is so good. I understand the slump. I understand this. But now that it's together, it's about to come together. And it did. And here's the thing. A big win doesn't eliminate a bad loss, nor does a bad loss eliminate a great win. Like, these things are in context. But I am so much more hopeful at this very moment that the Nuggets are a team that can win by 50 points against teams like the Blazers, who are not good, but they're not bad. They're just an average team. And Denver today won by 50, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what I think they are, though.
Yeah, it is good when the line's 1.5 and you win by 50. I do want to. There is something.
This is a statement game to bet 365.
Yeah, it says something, right? No, I agree, and you want to take care of business in those games, but they were doing that mostly to start the year, right? And that was the thing. So I think just seeing Jokic play that well and Murray play that well, and the offense look that good, just kind of reminds you that this team is extremely, extremely capable. We do want to see them do it, right, against some better teams, and they're going to have some chances to down the stretch here. There's, as you pointed out, there's a statement week coming. There's a lot of games against the Thunder coming. That would mean more than beating the Blazers. But you want to see them look this way. You want to see them look dominant and be fun to watch.
This was a game that checked off like a lot of boxes.
Yep.
If you're asking for trying to be back. You got a monster Jokic game. You got to see, another good Julian Strawther game. Cam Johnson doesn't look lost out there, and he's, contributing. Christian Brown got double, digits. He also filled up the box sheet. Like, he had 8 rebounds, 7 assists. You got to see their best offensive performance while also being close to a Munder in the exact same game. And that's on the second night of a back-to-back. So there is a lot to be, positive about, regardless of who it is that they played, because we've seen them be in dogfights in these exact same, situations. So this was a lot. You can hang your hat on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I think so as well. Let's go through some of this here. We've talked about Jokic. Is there anything else to say about Jokic's night tonight? 32, 9, and 7. Four steals.
The wrist was obviously bothering him last game. He had it wrapped. He took the wrap off at halftime. He had vintage Jokic touch from 2 and 3 tonight. So I don't know.
4 steals, yeah. He's playing defense, too. That was the thing.
Yeah.
He came out and set the tone, but he was playing really hard on both ends in this game.
The defense might be real. I mean, I'm not actually going to go that far. We'll see. But 2 pretty good defensive performances out of the All-Star break so far.
Yeah, it's nice to see. But part of that is, I think some of their best players working harder on defense.
Yep.
I thought in that Clippers game, Jamal worked really hard on that end. Tonight, I thought Jokic was really good on that end. And then also shout out Cam Johnson, who's been working. The last 2 games, it's really caught my eye. He's a solid guy who works hard, but he's made some real plays.
He was great defensively.
It's a banger song,
What's the song?
I gotta look it up because I don't remember. But it's a banger. Absolutely. It's like a rare one, They're playing like a
sounds
niche
great.
song. It's
Yeah.
a really good one, though.
Sounds like it really stuck with you.
Yeah, I just don't ever remember anything. Jamal Murray tonight came into the game with a hamstring. Yeah, remember his hamstring on the injury report. He did not take a shot inside the 3-point line tonight. 6 of 12 from 3, 6 of 12 from the field. And yet, I didn't feel like I noticed the hamstring at all tonight. Did you guys?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
But what I loved about tonight, it's funny that he had 25 points and we're talking about how good he is. I felt like he was kind of in cruise control, except for that one moment he heated up, and it was just like, all right, I'll have a quick flurry for you.
I mean, he just hung out behind the 3-point line, like you said.
He took 12
hit some
threes.
like really saucy shots from there too. Had a couple really nice step backs. Had a flurry. Kind of just, Jokic obviously was in control for most of the first half, and Murray was just able to pick his spots because of that.
This was a game that Murray found a way to just get out of the way. Like, hey, Jokic has it tonight. I'm not going to do too much in this game. I'm not going to overexert, myself. And I know a lot of people are wanting Murray to put it together for 4 minutes. Well, when you go up by so much, you don't have to. This all came truly in the same spurt. Like, it was a Murray flurry at the same time. It was setting the tone with, like, the passes. He got some rebounds. He was locked in defensively, and he got to the free throw line. So it felt like a Murray game with the 25 points, but also it felt like rest, that he didn't have to like overexert himself.
Yeah, and the thing is, sometimes you play that hard for 25 minutes as a team, and then you get that built-in rest, as opposed to taking your foot off the gas and just kind of relaxing. Their two best players, Murray really smelled blood in the water and kind of put the real kill shot in. But yeah, that's all. He plays 25 minutes, and instead of 30 plus on that bad hammy, and you're not scrapping for a win that you were probably always going to get, but then ends up being harder than it needed to be.
Just enjoying it. Sorry, guys.
You're good, man. You're good.
Julian Strawther here, I think, is the next guy, honestly, on my list to talk about. The 19 points, man. Eric said it in the chat. D-Line's in the chat right now. You know who's playing well this year? Peyton Watson, Julian Strawther. I know Christian Brown had a bad start, but he's been playing really well. Even tonight, DaRon Holmes gives you something to it. Spencer Jones. The Booth boys are kind of having a moment.
Boys.
It was, at the beginning of the year, it was, okay, we know what CB can be, and all of a sudden, Peyton's looking good. These two guys. Julian joining the fray. There's something to it, man, and here's what I keep thinking. Some of this is just natural progression. He's been in the league now for 3 years. He's getting better. He's getting stronger. I think it's 90% that. It's also just a different opportunity this year, different style. Like, what do you make of it? The Booth boys, I'll go over here. The Booth boys are kind of all, even Spencer, they're all right now looking like legitimate. Oh, I kind of get it. This is Project Dynasty. Guys that are young and grow into being support pieces.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is that it's been a handful of years now. And like that was sort of the hesitation for some folks with the initial plan was, do we really want to spend some years kind of waiting? But 2-3 years later, these guys are ready to contribute on an NBA level. The other part of it is just an unbelievable amount of unexpected opportunity for everyone. Just like it's one, Malone, I didn't think had much of a mind to develop Peyton Watson. Peyton Watson probably also still would have gotten to have the ball in his hands if everyone else was injured for a month. Like it just opened the door for guys that were trying to contribute in limited roles on a team that had high expectations. So you're playing 11, 12 minutes. You don't get to find a rhythm. And if you get a mistake, if you make a mistake, you're worried you're going to get yanked. There was a month and a half of, hey, we need you to be you and play your game and play confidently for half of the back end of this roster, right? So I do think that's part of it. And then Julian is a guy who's also just showed that when he plays really well, like the top end of his game belongs in an NBA environment. And I don't think you can accidentally do what he did against the Thunder. So really cool to see him stringing it together consistently across a long stretch.
If I was Booth right now, I'll be punching pillows. like truly, I'll be pissed. Because all I asked is for my guys to get an opportunity, to get a chance, to get a longer leash to see what they have. And right now they're showcasing what it looks like if they got more minutes or if they got some time. And that's all that you're looking for. But also you have to credit Julian for just being ready no matter what. He's gone through injuries. He's gone through having a short leash, gone through a lot of DMPs and just staying ready the entire time. And I really do feel like in this game he took a leap offensively, especially where I feel like there's a lot of DHOs. There's a lot of, read and react type of plays that he's like a bit late on. This one, he was on the same page as Jokic where he had some backdoor cuts. where he's making smart reads out there, and it's easy baskets for him where he doesn't have to rely on just the jumper. He got the floaters going, he got finishes with the basket, and also the ball found him where he could go and play make as well. So it comes with time, it comes with playing a lot more, but it also comes with a player that's finally starting to pick it up. He's arrived.
And it's one of the things people in the organization, teammates, coaches, front office, have all said about Julian. He's a coachable guy. He works hard. He'll wait his turn. So Dev's point about staying ready, it's one of those cliches, but I think Julian does a really good job with it.
There was a play tonight where Julian had some opening for a three, and Yoke passed him the ball, and Yoke just yelled, "Shoot it!"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love that
Did he
play.
take a dribble or something? I think he did. Like he was gonna all right,
was
I'll
about
run
to reset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reset, and then, all right.
Yeah, and he shot it and he hit it.
What's his make?
So he's got Jokic's trust now. And I mean, he has leveled up. He's absolutely leveled up over this stretch. He's gone from a guy who you didn't really know what you were going to get every night to somebody who now I think is just going to give the Nuggets good minutes.
The Booth Boys, man. After all of this, here we are, the Booth Boys.
Can you go 2 years without winning a championship in a dynasty?
I don't think you
right?
can. I don't think you
really?
can. No, no,
Really?
you cannot do it.
Patriots did it.
No, they didn't. They would every other year for whatever. But
No. But-
Project initially inconvenient, then a failure, then actually came around.
then maybe came around.
Then
We'll
maybe
find
came
out.
around.
Let's take a break. On the other side, I want to talk about some of the other guys as well as there's a lot of good players on this roster. How do they all play? We'll get to that on the other side.
Guys, in basketball, tough matchups are won by the teams that work together. You need teamwork to win games. You need teamwork to win at life, too. When life throws you its toughest challenges, like a cancer diagnosis, you want the best by your side, the absolute best. For more than 30 years, Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers has rallied behind Coloradans treating more adult cancers than anyone else in the state. So if you need somebody in your life like Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers, when you're going through an unimaginable health situation, you got to go with people you trust. You got to go with people that have been doing it forever in this community. For more than 30 years, Rocky Mountain Cancer Centers has rallied behind Coloradans. Because when life throws you those really tough challenges, you want the best, the absolute best by your side. Fighting for each other is what great teams and loyal fans like you do, no matter the opponent. Rocky Mountain Cancer Center's official sponsor of Denver sports fans. Also, shout out to Toyota. We're, of course, live from the Toyota Lounge, and Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR. Trucks, cars, SUVs, Toyota, they've got absolutely everything you could ask for. 17 different models available, all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive like the Epic 4Runner. They've got the Land Cruiser. They've got the Tacoma. Trucks, cars, SUVs. They offer actually more low and zero emission vehicles combined than any other automaker. 16 different hybrid vehicles to choose from, like Tundra iForce Max Hybrid Truck. Check out their SUVs like the RAV4 and Grand Highlander. Make sure to visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mount States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson, Toyota East in Aurora, Stevenson, Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets. It's the official vehicle of DNVR, and they have everything you need for Colorado. Cars, trucks, SUVs. Check out Toyota.
Back here, segment 3. Everybody, throw us a like here, man. Let's get into some of these guys off the bench, though. Spencer Jones, another one. I just spoiled the answer. Let me start over.
Hang on, I'll pretend I didn't hear it.
Hold on. Dev,
cut that.
only one Nuggets player had a double-double tonight. Who would you guess it was?
Nikola Jokic.
It was not him. It was Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones tonight with 10 points and 10 rebounds, plus 31 in his 29 minutes. And he has some nice plays, man. My favorite play of his tonight was the strip he had.
Yes.
Was it on Avdia?
No, Jeremy Grant, I think.
Jeremy Grant strip, toes the line, passes it to save it. It was just a hell of a play, man. Hell of a sequence. And he hit some important sidewinders.
He was
Or
just
an important sidewinder.
He was just as impactful and important on offense as he was on defense, and that's not something that you could say very often. He knocked down both 3-pointers that he had. One of the sidewinders was the wildest shooting touch I've seen.
Yeah.
You know, like where it bounced so high and went straight back in the rim.
You only get that bounce with side spin.
That's There's only one guy that could do that type of shot right now.
It rules.
It's a wild one. 10 rebounds in the game. Just playing hard the entire time, and that's how you extend a lead as well, is when you have multiple guys that are engaged and locked in defensively. I just feel like with Spencer Jones, even when he makes mistakes, first off, he's doing it with a smile, but two, like it's just playing so hard that it doesn't matter to him, that he's just out there having fun, and that was fun to watch him in this one.
I mean, somehow he was a guy to stay out of foul trouble today, despite all the fouls that were called in the second half.
Bro, what was with that second half? The game was over.
Don't get me started.
And he was pushing people around and stuff too.
You know, I'm telling you, I think, first of all, he's gotten a little bit better at the art of it. But I really also think it's February 20th, and he's spent his entire season letting refs know, this is how I guard. You're going to have to call it every single time.
Yeah.
Jokic called for more of that from this team. Adelman did. Bruce Brown did.
Val did.
It's what Spencer Jones is doing, right? It's what a lot of those guys on the Thunder spend their regular seasons doing. Now they know his name, right, as we've talked about. Now they also know his style.
Probably connected with him on LinkedIn as well.
That might be it, too.
Connected on LinkedIn, yeah. I mean, Spencer's just good, man. And if he gets to be a depth piece and a guy who's out there to bolster the defense and add to lineup versatility as opposed to just needing to start every night, and he did fine in that role, it just reminds you that this team has a lot of guys.
He's so important. So important.
So important.
I agree.
He's been their best defender this year. I'm not saying he is their best defender, but he has been number one this year.
And Cam Johnson, weird one from him. I thought his defense was phenomenal tonight. I thought his offense was good. The only weird thing about him, because he has 15, 4, and 4, which in 27 minutes is phenomenal, somehow only a plus 15 when everybody else is a plus 40. I don't know how that happened.
He was with the bench. Starter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He was the stagger. So he has to be the sacrificial lamb, I guess.
And he saved it, because it was like bad at one point that somebody had to be on the bench. Somebody had to not be with that group. But, I mean, he still looks athletic. He still is doing athletic finishes. He had that dunk early in this game. And I'm like, okay.
That was a tough one.
Good. He knocked down both 3-pointers, or 2 3-pointers that he took, which is positive. But also he's getting to the free throw line. So that's him being more aggressive. And we're not talking about him not taking the open shots. We're not talking about him not looking like he belongs alongside everyone else. Like, he's still part of the rotation, and he could stagger and still get positives. That's something that you want to see from him.
Him being able to stagger has been huge this season, and it's been a huge switch from Michael Malone to David Adelman, because Michael Malone, one of his fundamental core beliefs was that Nikola Jokic or Jamal Murray had to be on the floor at all times.
Right.
I mean, that's how a lot of teams run their rotations too.
It's logical.
Jamal staggering with the bench, it never really worked. But Michael Malone, he's stuck with that really throughout his time here. Adelman thinks a lot differently. He puts Cam Johnson there with that stagger. He pretty much ties Jamal Murray to Jokic's minutes. And look, there is a lot more talent on the second unit, no doubt. They just have a lot more guys. It's no surprise that the bench is better this year. But just being able to have Cam Johnson be the stagger and to save Jamal a little bit, especially now with how much wear and tear Jamal's had to put on his body this season carrying this team as the one starter who hasn't been hurt long term.
Right.
I think that's just going to be really key post All-Star break. If they can conserve Jamal Murray at all, and a huge part of that is being able to stagger Cam and the bench still being decent.
I think it's a big deal, man. It really is. And your hope is not only that when the Nuggets are fully healthy, they're really good and their best punch is awesome and they just roll where there's 48 minutes of great play, because I think that's really what we're looking at here with this team. But it's also that you might not need more than 32 minutes out of Jamal, not because you're trying to save him, but because it just makes sense that you're like, you know what? No, he can play these minutes because we have a rotation that doesn't fall off. And while you're out there, by the way, 32 minutes means you could probably go pretty hard because you're never playing these long stints.
That's exactly it. It's not just the minute total. It's what it's like when you're out there. And in the past, those minutes have been him getting double teamed, blitzed. So he either exhausts himself or just hangs out in the corner, just kind of a waste.
Yep, saves his time, his energy.
I really think this is a great outcome for them. It's a credit to Cam, and then obviously the front office, who has built a much better second unit than we've seen in the past.
So here's the fun question now that we're all feeling great about ourselves and about our team. Tonight was good. We need more of this, obviously. We can't just keep going this to this. But this was a game that I was like, I needed to see it because I believe the Nuggets had it in them, and they had it in them one night. I truly believe that there are more of these games to come. Maybe not 54-point games, but just games where we're like, there it is. They're just way better, and they win pretty comfortably. I think these are there. But they played 5 guys tonight in their starting lineup that were very good. And they played a few guys that are locks. Spencer Jones, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown, I think are locks. Big Val, close to a lock. You also add Aaron Gordon, though, and Peyton Watson. Is this an 11-man rotation that the Nuggets have on their hands? Is it a true 10-man rotation? What happens when everybody gets healthy?
Well, I think what happens is you can pick and choose what games guys play and what games guys play heavy minutes.
Oh, you might rest. You might actually strategically rest quite a bit down the stretch because what do you miss?
I mean, you're bringing Aaron Gordon and Peyton Watson back from 2 hamstring injuries. That's the most dangerous soft tissue injury there is.
It's true.
You might just want to play Aaron Gordon a game and then sit him, and then another game and then sit him. And you might be able to do that with how deep they are.
Yeah, it's going to be important for you to make sure that you do everything in your power for Aaron Gordon to go into the postseason healthy.
Yep.
So he doesn't need to play on the second end of back-to-backs. He doesn't have to, play too hard and just, getting himself injured again. And also with Peyton Watson, it's a wait and see type of situation. But what you do is like we just talked about Cam John was being able to stagger and how they look with that. Now you have 5-man rotations. You have different, scenarios that you could put. Each matchup that you have, now you're going to have different options that you could go with. So some nights it's going to call for a Julian Strawther. Some nights it's not going to call for him, and he's not playing. And he understands that, okay, when my time is called, I'm going to be ready for that. But I do think that you buy time for everybody that they have not been able to do in a very long time. And it's very opposite of what they've done this season. They haven't had the bodies. Now they're going to have too many bodies. That's a great, thing to have.
It's a good problem to have. I am most curious about what happens to Strawther for sure, because he's playing really, really well. I think when everyone's healthy, it's not even really a knock on him, just sort of how it all shakes out. He's already on that bubble. He already got Tim. So,
Yeah.
But he's played so well lately, it does feel like a waste to not keep going to him while you can, especially while those guys are out. But yeah, I was wondering the same thing. When everyone's healthy, it is probably a 10-man rotation.
Because why not?
Because why not? But still, does that leave Julian right on the outside? And is he a guy you just kind of, you're in the middle of a playoff series, the offense is stuck, and you go, all right, kid, it's your turn.
Spencer, Tim Hardaway, Bruce, AG, Peyton Watson. Yeah, that's it. And that's
KJ Simpson.
It really is 11 guys that they have that all seem somewhat reasonable at this very moment to play. But that's pretty incredible, man. And then on top of that, by the way, as I said on the show yesterday or 2 days ago, I expect the Nuggets to sign somebody to a 15th spot that is a playable player.
Right.
Not a 15th guy. I think that you're going to try to add somebody like Middleton or Coffee or one of these types, slow-mo, and that just gives you another guy. And it's so weird because we've never been in this spot before. It's always been like 7 real guys, 1 half real guy, and who knows what else. The Nuggets might end up going into the playoffs with 12 or 13 real guys.
And I'll also say, KJ Simpson, I'm officially intrigued. I'm intrigued.
Well, the garbage time, we can get to there. Garbage time was good tonight.
KJ Simpson gives the Nuggets a dynamic that they don't have this season in terms of a fast, speedy guard in a similar way to the role Russell Westbrook played. Like, he was really fast with the ball, obviously. He could change the tempo. He could get the ball up the court quick. KJ Simpson can also do that. And just like his energy and how fast he's with the ball, he can break a press very easily. He can break a press better than, Pickett or Bruce.
I thought he actually dribbled a little Pickett-esque today.
What do you mean, legally?
Yeah, exactly.
Very hand on the
he
top
had,
of the
he had
ball.
a couple dribbles where I was just kind of like, look at that.
But I'm intrigued. He plays hard. It seems like the guys like him already. He's got a great energy to him. He plays with like a really good spirit. And
Colorado kid.
yeah.
I wonder what it is like.
California kid who went to Colorado.
Yes. Colorado.
But absolutely. I'm I'm intrigued.
It
I
is
am.
funny that he was talking to the Nuggets bench today after his first bucket because it really is like most of these guys don't know him at all. You just hopped on the team and he gets a bucket and he's like celebrating with them. You know, that's what I'm telling you. It's like, this is who I am.
That's why sports are the best, man.
Sports really are,
Sports
man.
really are. It's also, like you said, it's strangers and adults just cheering for each other. It's actually a really beautiful thing to see. It really is.
Also, good night for DaRon Holmes. 9 points in 7 minutes. 4 of 7 shooting. He knocked down a 3. He had 3 rebounds. He had an assist.
Had a dunk.
Had a dunk. He was a plus 15 in his 7 minutes. I know it's just garbage time, Dev, but it's our first looks. You know, these matter.
That was the most exciting 7 minutes.
It really was. The mile high flyer.
He was doing it all right. Really, the dunks was crazy. The shots. He was like just ready for shots, and he was hitting them in faces. Did not back down, full of energy the entire time. I know it's just a very small portion of the game, but I feel like it was a statement for him. Like he was trying to set the tone in just that little small time that he had, because this is a guy that was playing a lot. He was starting. He probably is trying to play with a chip on his shoulder because right now they still don't have a power forward. So he's like, maybe that could be time that I get. That's a guy that's making the most of his minutes in this one. 4 of 7 from the field in 7 minutes. 7 shots in 7 minutes. That's aggressive.
He liked his matchup, I think.
He really liked his matchup. He grabbed rebounds, which he was going full games without getting 3 rebounds. He got that in 7 minutes. So I loved what I saw from DaRon Holmes.
Yeah, and while Peyton and AG are out at the same time, you're trying to slow play AG. There might be, this is maybe a bit ambitious, but there might be room to try him back up 4. Let him try to play the position that he makes the most sense in.
Harrison, you're worried about Young Hansen or Hansen Young? I don't know how we're supposed to say it.
A little worried about Chinese Jokic. Yeah.
They got to meet tonight. He was playing in front of his idol. Maybe there was a little bit of nerves.
Did they kiss?
They did not kiss, I don't think, but maybe there was a little bit of nerves, because he was a little stiff tonight.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried he's going to be an absolute generational bust.
Generational.
Yeah.
Is it because he can't move? He was so slow. Like DaRon was great. We just praised him. I don't want to take anything away from him. The dunk he had where he went around him.
He did drive by him like he was a traffic cone.
Yeah, Hudson barely moved.
He's still wondering where DaRon went.
Like, do you think this the fact that he's like 7-1 and he could not rebound? Was it?
Yeah, is that what it was?
Was it the bad touch when he was like trying to score?
Yeah,
Is it
because I couldn't.
Is it that he's a legitimate center who shoots 30% from the field?
Was
Did
it
you
the missed free throws that was just
4
clinking?
in a row?
4 in a row. He clanked the hell out of a 3.
There was all that, but then I saw the scratches he had on his arm, and I was back in.
You're back in.
I was like,
We're
maybe
so
this guy
back.
is the next Jokic.
I can't believe it, man. That is kind of a wild one. Also, Denny Avdia, kind of an annoying
Fake
player.
game.
Kind of an annoying player. Didn't play that well tonight, to be honest.
Denny Avdia, man, he is. I don't know if anybody. We talk about foul baiting and a lot, but like, is there anybody who's benefited more from how the game is reffed
No.
in this season than Denny Avdia?
No, it's
the guy made an All-Star team.
It's true.
He is like as shameful
He should
as
be
they
averaging
come.
like 10 points a game.
His are as shameful as they come. And you know what, man? I have such a love-hate relationship with Wemby because, there's a lot of... He just annoys me. There's a lot of stuff he annoys me, and obviously he's going to become for Jokic, this, that. But he does say some stuff that I'm glad he says. And did you see when he was asked about Avdia at the All-Star game? Did you see this? They were asked about what has made him so good this year and make a leap. And he's like, well, he's really getting to the foul line a lot with all like the foul baiting he does. He just totally threw him like, no, I'm not going to go.
He's
I'm not taking the
challenging
bait.
everyone publicly. He's also challenging. He does bring out the hypocrite in me for sure.
Yeah.
He does stuff that I'm like, that's actually kind of cool, and I just go, I hate this guy.
I hate this
You
guy.
guys will come around on Wemby.
Maybe.
I don't. Oh no way, man! I
He
don't
might
think I will.
just be. He
There's
might
no
just be a
chance.
bit too French for my. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Just kidding. Just kidding.
He'll come around.
French viewers love you.
Anything else from this game, guys?
That'd be cool.
Sure. Let's hit our game ball. Actually, it's kind of a good one. I think it's Yoke. Yeah, it's Yoke. Was it
it's
easy?
definitely Jokic.
King's back. Pretty easy. Jamal Murray had that flurry that was pretty awesome, man, but it was pretty short. There's so many guys. The whole team was the game ball tonight.
What, did
really
we talk
was.
about Tim Hardaway?
No, we can get to him.
Slump buster, 4 of 7 from 3. Hilariously oscillating back and forth between playing Tim Hardaway Jr. hoops and then really smart basketball for 3 minutes out of nowhere.
What happened?
I don't know. That was weird. But he also took some of my favorite insane, poorly advised shots of all time.
Dude, he was 7 of 11 tonight.
Remarkable if you
Isn't that
consider.
insane?
Just remember the shots he
The
took.
That's all I remember.
The 4 misses, you'll never forget them.
This is the rare game where you don't remember any of his makes, but you remember all his misses.
I feel like he was 4 of 13 or something, not 7 of 11.
It is great to see him get back, though.
Yeah, it
'cause,
is. It is.
You know, we haven't seen 2 bad Tim Hardaway Jr. games in a row.
Yeah.
So, like, to get back on the right track, to knock down the 3 ball, like that's what you need from a vet.
For sure.
What do we want to see now? You know, like, where's your expectation at with this team? We just had the worst crash out. You went Colfax mode 24 hours ago.
I did.
And now here we are on a 54-point win. They got Golden State coming up in a matinee. Always tough.
So that's a statement game. That's a prove yourself type of spot, because we know what happens in matinees. Denver just really does not perform. They don't show up in those type of games. But right now, what we just saw, I mean, I feel confident. It's like, okay, like, let's see if you could put 2 in a row.
I'm expecting another Nuggets blowout win.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though it's a matinee.
Have you seen the team the Warriors have been trotting
They're
out
not.
there?
They're not good. They're not good.
Yeah. Matinee is the scariest part for sure.
100%. Yeah, no.
3rd game in 4 nights, matinee.
I strongly feel
It's
both of
kind of
these
like a
things.
back-to-back.
It's worse. No, because the Nuggets are good on back-to-backs.
Yeah, you might be
Pretty
right.
much a back-to-back.
Yeah, no.
Much is. You get a little break after this, a little rest.
If you said it's the Warriors, I'd say that's awesome. And then when you
The
say it's the
Warriors
130
suck.
start, I get scared.
Didn't they just lose by 50 or something?
They're
to
not
the
good.
Celtics?
They're not good, man. They do not play, and they don't have bigs. Like, they don't have anybody that can guard Jokic.
They lost. It was only 121, 110, but I swear they were down 40 in
And
that game.
With that win that the Nuggets just had, they moved to 3rd in the Western Conference standings.
Nice.
They gotta get some ground right now, especially with the Spurs right there. 3 games up on them. This is the time.
Top of my wish list would be more of the same on defense. I think Wynn's right. The last 2 games, they've actually really shown much better effort on that end of the floor. And if they play with that effort against the Warriors, you know, Jamal and Jokic can sit the 4th again.
Yeah, it'd be great to see, man. There's a chance for them to kind of get this going together, get this going. Real quick before we go to Super Chats, Monday here at the DNVR Bar, we've got Soul Power. Just found out George Karl, I might be a late scratch for this one. He's got like a family emergency, but Dan Issel will be here.
Oh, okay.
So we have a Dan Issel. But Soul Power in the bar, along with Chuck Williams. We might even get Ralph Simpson. So we're going to have a bunch of old ABA Denver Nuggets, which I think is so cool.
That's really
in the
cool.
bar. And we're watching Soul Power, which is A++. If you have not watched it yet, it's on the... I've watched the first 2. There's 2 more. I'm watching them tomorrow. This is how much I love it. That's my plan tomorrow. Like, I've cleared my calendar so I'm like, I'm going to sit at home and watch the end of this documentary. It's great. We're going to talk about the ABA Nuggets, which I don't know very much about, and I can't wait to hear it from the people who actually experienced it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then it's a Q&A, so you can ask questions yourself. It's going to be an awesome event. We've already sold out, I think, a little bit more than half the bar, so you're going to want to hop in on RSVP. You can find that on our events page.
Another announcement real quick, Kale. 30% off all the merch, or not all the merch, but a lot of merch in the DNVR store right now. Site-wide clear out. 30% off a lot of good things. So if you're looking for some more merch, 30% off right now. A lot of stuff in the DNVR store.
Buy it, bring it to the bar, whether it's for Soul Power, for Nuggets games. This is the hub of Nuggets fandom, baby. Come check it out. Let's go to the Super Chats, yeah.
Yeah.
DJ Seahawk, we kicked Blazer ass. Plus ball, 7 of 7 from the line. Redemption, baby.
That's right. He had 2 3-point shooting fouls tonight.
Man.
With 3 for 3
Can't
both
believe
times.
he added that to his game this
He
year.
has to lead the league in 3-point fouls drawn at the end of a
I feel like he has 5 and nobody else has any.
Agreed. Big Honey 15, championship level type response. Hashtag stay on that side.
Please stay on that
Stay on
side.
that. Oh, I think he's talking
He's
about
talking
us.
to us.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, stay on that side.
We're always on the right side. We were just upset.
We don't have the privilege. We gotta, The boys' dad just saw weather forecast. 20 degrees warmer tomorrow due to all the hot air expended today on the plight of the Nuggets.
Oh,
Joker,
come on.
Murray, Adelman. Relax, folks.
Relax, folks. It's our job to analyze. They bothered us. Yoke's flopping too much, but he didn't tonight, and he looked awesome.
Yeah. Shocker that he looks awesome, that he got it together. Cedric Exquisite, no Kale, no wind. Yes, Adam. Hell yeah, vote.
Oh, what?
Golden State Nuggets. CJ Jones celebrating 4 months of membership. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is that Denver is ramping up right now. And by March, they will be the hottest team in the NBA. Hashtag all the Nuggets are good. Hashtag Jamal NBA. Hashtag M4P. Game Shine, renewing season tickets are back in play. Please, 2 in a row. I'm holding off further acclamations until a vibey home victory.
That's true, man.
Christoph, there I was on the brink of Sosnowiec,
Polish Colfax. I love it. Polish Colfax.
But I made
That's
steps
right,
back.
yeah.
54 steps. Only thing I still want Cam John to stay off Valium.
That's
so
very
mellow.
good. I asked everybody for their geographical equivalent of Colfax mode.
Everybody has one.
That's the Polish version.
Everybody's got
I
one.
gotta know what the Polish version of Colfax
It can't
looks
be good. It can't at all.
I gotta know what that looks like. Ryan B, ritually burn the wet cigarette. The vibes are back. Maddox Otter, great W. Let's start streaking. Get 6 or 7 in a row. Kyle M20, hey, superstar dev.
Hey,
Put it on the board.
that was a
Are
good
you
one.
paying
y'all.
Kyle off or something?
No, Kyle's paying me off.
Crazy Abe, that's exactly what I wanted to see from the team. 100%.
Yep,
100%.
same.
Yeah. 5-5-5-5-5-5-ish. Dang, I can't believe I missed this banger, but I'm glad all the vibes are back. 426 bench 3-pointers down, only 129 till 5-5-5. Julian is a real guy. All the Nuggets are good.
I feel like we're going to blow this out of the water
Yeah,
now.
well, everyone being hurt definitely changed the equation.
that's
on
true.
this. Cam John the Man John, let's go Nuggets. We are
go.
so back.
So back, baby.
Tim Hardaway Truther from the rip.
Wow.
There goes Jamal Murray.
yeah, there you
Colby Cheeser, why do the boys choose the same games to mismake all their shots? It's either we shoot 60% or 30% as a team. I will say it does kind of feel that way about jump shooting. That's just kind of how it goes. And that's why 40% is kind of the number for 3. Have to remind yourself the Nuggets are the most efficient team in the league. They're the best shooting team in the league. So just have to endure it sometimes. Them's the breaks. Vote for Pedro. Vibey win. Hopefully Nuggets can keep this momentum going for Sunday's game. This 4-game stretch is tough. CJ Osborne, 47-96, was in the arena tonight, made both Portland games this year, was happier at the end of this one.
That's right.
The arena started at about 25% Nuggets fans. It ended around 75%.
Dude.
Hashtag Nug Life nationwide.
Just like Rocky 4,
Just like
where
it.
the crowd turns and all starts going for Rocky.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Isn't, you know?
Blazer fans ripping their jerseys off. They got Nuggets underneath.
What is this at the end? If I could change, you could change.
Adam's,
Nobody knows Rocky 4.
No,
It
Adam-
kills me.
Adam's
I'm a
a
Rocky
great-
1 guy.
Adam's a great impressionist. He really is. Cam John the Man John. So proud of the team. Setting records and taking names. Proud to be driving the official vehicle of the Denver Nuggets, by the way. Love my Toyota and love my Nuggets. Send that
Hell
to
yeah.
the sales team.
Hell yeah.
See Pizzy24. All right. See Pizzle24. Like I said last night when everyone was down in the dumps, don't let one game dictate the season and bet big on Jamal. Thanks for the easy money, Bet365.
I love that you compliment my Rocky accent. I'm feeling all good, and then I'm like, he just like he just doesn't.
No, you
mumbles.
are a good impressionist.
Well, I appreciate
though. Yeah,
it,
in
but
general.
Rocky is just like you
I
can't
know.
understand it.
That's why I was so excited to hear yours. Joe Clem 15. Malone admires Strawther's mental toughness. Malone did like Strawther. He really did.
Yeah, he
House of Shocks off road. Shout out to the realest one. Wind. Hashtag all the Nuggets are great.
The realest one.
The realest one.
Can we, hey, Kale, can you start up another spreadsheet?
No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
That's so good.
New one. The realest one.
Upset because you're leading the losers left.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of the standings.
That's correct. That is why he's upset. Ryan B1 with a great comment. In Florida, it's just always Colfax.
That's true, yeah.
24/7.
It does have a
Fort
lot of
Lauderdale.
Colfaxes.
One big Colfax.
Yeah, what's every state's Colfax? Louisiana's like it's Bourbon
Tampa
Street.
Bay.
It's the popular one, the one you go to.
I was in Shreveport, Louisiana recently. Ratchet City. Shout out. Just throwing that out there.
How was it?
It was. It was.
Almost. You said what? It was.
It wasn't memorable. It wasn't
wasn't?
memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who was
small
that one
airport.
town you got stuck in Wyoming?
Rollins, Wyoming.
Rollins, Wyoming.
Yeah, they
Yeah, you
shut
had
the
t-shirt
highway
bread.
down because it was too snowy and windy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten stuck in Rollins, man.
Yeah.
It's actually a place designed specifically for people who get
Yeah.
stuck on the highway.
They're like
what-
gas station bars.
The
like
entire industry of the town.
shot
Yeah.
in
Really
a beer
peaks
kind of
in the
bar.
winter. Tough
Yeah.
season for them, though, this year.
One more super chat from Crazy A Buzzer Beater. Bro, it's just like
I'm
Rocky
trying to
4.
tell you guys. I'm trying to tell you guys.
I
Kale,
believe you.
get us out of here. Everybody.
Like the stream,
Great stuff,
subscribe to the
man.
channel.
We enjoyed this one. So much more fun when they win. So much more fun to share it with all you guys. We're going to take a day off because we need it, but we're going to be back Sunday afternoon matinee. Be
Pretty
here.
much tomorrow. Yeah.